Hey Scrapbookers, it's Katie Scott and I'm coming to you with some questions and answers today. So I got a bunch of questions. I've got my computer right here. You can't really see it, but it's right there. So Jeannie Beanie Scraps says, Katie, what organizational podcast do you like? I also love paper clipping, so do I. And I used to, what I would do is just go on my iPhone and go to podcasts. And these are the podcasts that I keep on my iPhone all the time. So This American Life, The Foolish Adventure, which is Izzy Hyman's like spin-off that Tim Connolly does about business, and then The Digi Show, which is about digital scrapbooking and paper clipping. But when I look for organizational podcasts, this is what I usually do. I usually go to the search. I go to podcasts, and then I do search, podcasts, come on, search store, okay. Then I type in Peter, Peter Walsh, because he's like an organizational guru. He used to be on a show called Clean Sweep, and then he was like one of Oprah's like organizational guys before she stopped having her show. By the way, I really miss Oprah's show. I don't really watch OWN. I do miss Oprah. Okay, so there's like Healthy Living, Peter Walsh, How Does She Really Do It? So there's a bunch of different ones. The Joy of Organizing. And what I usually do is just kind of look around a little until I find somebody's voice that I like. So I don't have a favorite. But sometimes I'll get onto one, and then I'll just keep listening to all of the different podcasts, but they're not ones that I save. There was somebody like what was her name? Like the Busy Mom. If you type in Busy Mom Survival Guide, maybe? Okay, yeah, this lady's cool. The Busy Mom Survival Guide. And it's getting rid of clutter, and I would recommend her. Let me just see if I can make that. The Busy Mom Survival Guide with PJ Jonas, and I think she's got like 8 kids or something, like a lot of children. I only had 2, feels like 17. But it goes through like all sorts of mothering things, but there's also a series that she did on clutter in particular, and it was just really smart and easy. So that's what she looks like. Busy Mom's Survival Guide. I would recommend starting with that, and then if you have an organizational guru that you like Peter Walsh, search for that, and then you can find out. He doesn't have his own show, but he's oftentimes a guest host. I have no makeup on. Thank you for bearing with me. Yeah, Peter Walsh or Busy Mom Survival Guide. So the next question is Celine Scrap Passion. I just discovered you and I really love this page. I love the design. I even love the colors and the placement of all the elements. I even like the squirrel. Proof that you can use old stuff on a current page. Okay, so this was my CHA knockoff. Called Jessie Come Home, and the colors were inspired by Basic Gray's new Highline line, and that has actually, the sneak peeks have come out more on that. I really like it a lot. Hold on just a second, I'm going to show you some of my recent layouts. I almost think there's too much light in here. My dog is getting excited, she's in here with me, but I think that's going to be a little bit better. I'm just getting the morning sun. So you want to see all the layouts I've made lately? Like, a lot. And I go through these periods where I really do a lot of production. And then I also go through periods, though, where I don't do any. So it ebbs and flows, and that's part of the natural creative process. So the one she was talking about, and I can't show you all of these. Here's one called Return to My 50-Pound Weight Loss Goal. Ready, Set, Go. But I don't think that's what she was talking about. Some of these I can't show you because they're going to be going up over at Get It Scrapped. Here's one called Making Ski Trip Plans. And since I made that page, I did book a trip to Utah, but I don't know which ski mountain I'm going to go on yet. So if you have any recommendations for ski mountains for Utah, for me and my 2 kids, we're like, you know, intermediate skiers, please leave a comment, because I've been looking at like, I haven't really looked, but I've heard Alta and Solitude and Deer Valley are great because they don't have snowboarders, and but I've also heard they're more expensive, and Park City is less expensive but more crowded. So I think we're interested in less crowded, and it depends on how much. You're not supposed to say that. Shh. It's going up on the Get It Scrapped blog, and so is this. Okay. Don't tell Debbie Hodge. I think that's okay. You probably just saw it for a second. I don't know how to edit, so sorry about that. Let me see. I think this one was for the Get It Scrap blog too. I have like 5 of them here. I'll show you the backs of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's just 4. But I think there's one more. This is a scrap lift of a Lilith Eccles layout, and that was using an October Afternoon sticker sheet, all of the negative space there. That was fun. But she's talking about Jessie Come Home. This is another ski trip. This is a Chamel sketch. I liked that. This is... I don't think this is a Get It Scrapped one. I think that's one that I've posted. This one's been real popular over at 2Ps. I think it's number 6 on the most liked. That's kind of exciting. I think it's because of the collar and the cute dog. And there's a lot of stuff going on. But I'm looking for Jessie Come Home. Here was another one. This was also a Chamel sketch, but I was also playing with triangles that I made on the silhouette. My one little word for 2014 is a year of improvement. So it's kind of a gentle nod to myself. Like, don't be too hard on myself, but do make some improvements, like lose some weight. This was a scrap lift of a Lisa Dickinson layout that's over at 2Ps, and she had Mary, 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 Mary. And this is about my husband and I have been 15 years of marriage now. Here's another. This was made on the silhouette and all that negative space. And I think this was also a scrap lift of something I saw over at 2Ps. I love to scrap lift. There's no shame in that. I think this is up for public consumption. I don't think that's a Get It Scrapped one. Here's one that I made for Your December Story, which is a class at Get It Scrapped, a masterful scrapbook design about telling the story of Christmas. And then on the other side, I think that's up. I think I've shared that so far. Negotiating Santa Claus on your terms, and it's all about my daughter's relationship with Santa Claus. Okay, now I think I'm getting into where this stuff is going up on that Get It Scrap blog. So I use this as inspiration for this is a love letter that I got back in high school. That's for a Get It Scrap thing, and so is... So sometimes I put like notes from school on the back of layouts, and this one even got stitched in there. But I think the front of this is one of my layouts for Get It Scrapped, as is this. And I think this one is up. So this one went up this week. It's playing with... Did that go up this week? I think it did. It was like, it's a 2-page layout, so it looks like Ta-da. You can see all that. Kind of, sort of. But it was like to play with, what did they call it? Hold on, I'll look. It is up. And I have a video that goes along with it. Hold on, if you go to www.getitscrapped.com, then you go to blog ideas and tutorials. Oh, they've got a post up about breaking layout design rules. Awesome. Rebel scrapbooking. But the one I'm talking about is scrapbooking ideas inspired by artsy portraits. So many scrapbook stories are told with photos of people. Look closely at those faces and the tools and techniques you like to use to get inspired by artsy portraits for the next page. We did, and we've got results. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layouts over there. And this is one of them. So I was playing with her photo there. That was a fun layout to do. Then we have, I think this one is part of the Masterful Scrapbook Design Breaking the Rules, so I can't show you that one. You gotta like go over to Get It Scrapped, as is this one. I can't show you that one either. And as is this one. This one is like really good. I wish I could show it to you, but I can't. But you can see it over at Get It Scrapped. This one is also for that Masterful Scrapbook Design class. And where is the one Jessie Come Home that she's talking about? This one, I think is, I have a lot here that I think are Get It Scrapped layouts that I can't, okay, like 3 or 4 more over here. So those are going in a different pile. This is one that I made last year about the Taylor Swift concert. And on this one I made, I used embroidery floss and that favorite Jenny Bolin rub-on. And guess what? This is a cut file in Silhouette. So I got that one. I haven't tried it out yet. Hold on, I'm just going to fix this curtain because I'm getting some. And I think another Get It Scrapped or Masterful Scrapbook Design layout. I have a whole pile of them. And then here's some half-baked pages. There's one. There's another one. There's another one. I think it goes like that. So those I need to finish soon. I'll put these on my desk. Maybe I'll do a video of those. And then this one my daughter made. Ta-da. But I can't seem to find, oops. Put some better adhesive on those stickers. Anyways, back to your comments, which was the point of this. I don't know which one it was, Jessie Come Home. One way to look is to go, if you go to my 2P store, or it's not my store, it's a store, 2Ps is a store, but if you go to 2 peas in a bucket, maybe I can see. This really wasn't even a question. I'm sorry I'm taking so long on this one. Members projects. Let me see. Jessie Come Home. Huh. I kind of know the one she's talking about, but I don't know where it is. It's one of me. I think it's in my pet albums. Hold on a second and I'll show you. I'm just looking to see how long I've taken so far. I've got Jessie up here with me. So I'm just walking over to my Expedit shelves and I'll do a little show and tell with you. This is pets. So let's see if I can. Not really. Okay. So this is just all sorts of different pets. That's the one she's talking about. Ta-da. So she said she even liked the goofy little squirrel, which is right here. Ta-da. Oh gosh. 12 by 12 albums are like so big and lunky, aren't they? Let me see if I can get a place where you can see this just a little bit better. hold on, without that falling over. It's very precarious the way I have it. So this is my pet album, and it's all sorts of different pets. Like we had a baby duck, we've had hamsters, that's my dog Dandy, that's somebody else's dog. We've had, there's when Daisy, our duck, flew away with her new family, and there she is. Oh, she was the sweetest thing ever. This was our black lab Duke. Look at Daisy, she's learning how to fly. Oh, she's really cute. That's Dandy, our yellow lab, and we lost her Valentine's Day 2013. And I keep saying she because our new dog is a girl, but Dandy was the sweetest thing ever. This is the concrete dog that sits in our backyard that every single child always has to get on and ride. That's our black lab Duke. And more hamsters. Goodbye hamsters. Riding a pony. So really anything that has to do with animals goes into this book. A monkey. Yes, a monkey. Snails. And I made this goofy looking snail. Birds in the backyard. I don't know how well you can see that. This is a different duck. More hamsters, snakes. So we have a lot of wildlife. We have had frogs. These are all pictures from my backyard. We have an osprey, and we've got some wild waterfowl that come to visit every day. Like, what's that? I always want to call it is it an egret? I can never remember. We have a great blue heron named Henry that comes, and then a whole bunch of other. So this is my kayak, and these are my dogs, and they used to ride in the kayak with me, and I'm desperately wanting my new dog to be able to do that. We caught an octopus one day. Dandy, my old dog, used to always smell flowers. Those are tadpoles. This was the goodbye to Dandy page. This is me when I was 10 and my gerbil. And then this is actually a baby squirrel that we rescued. Pictures of a hamster, and my old dog Dandy used to like to swim. And Santa's Little Helpers. So that's my pet album. It's full. But I'll have to make a new album for Jessie. But the one that Celine was talking about was this layout here. Jessie, come home. And this is on that Cartabella paper that I love so much. And then this was kind of a, should I put it there? It's kind of goofy. It doesn't look good. And then I did, and I was glad that I put the goofy little embellishment there. And I think sometimes, like, if you're going to do a cutesy embellishment, small doses. Like, just do one, and then, hold on. Just to fall over. You can see all of my pimples and my wrinkles. Oh, it's so much fun to be 43. No, it's not. It is. Yeah. Anyways, back to scrapbooking. Julie Scales says, I break the rules all the time. I rarely get that rule of thirds thing right. If I start thinking about thirds, I really hate fractions. I get frustrated if it doesn't work out, so I just skip over that rule a lot. Good luck in your goal. And I think she's talking about my goal for 50 pounds of weight loss. And so just to tell you what the rule of thirds is, really quickly, let me see if I can give you an example. Well, maybe I can't. A lot of these pages are older. Well, this is an older page, but it still kind of does the job of the rule of thirds. If you take this page and you say this is a third and that's a third, these two columns are mostly journaling, and then that column is the dog. So that's something that was broken into thirds. The same kind of thing with this. We've got 2/3 of the page as journaling and 1/3 with the photo. On this page, we've got pretty much 2/3 up here with 1/3 as the photo down here. But basically, if you think about a tic-tac-toe board, let me just draw one for you. Tic-tac-toe. Where you want to put your picture, and I didn't draw that to scale, is where the lines intersect, usually, is a good place. So a good way to design a page would be to put your picture here, or maybe 2 pictures over here, and then maybe your title. So, you see that? So that would be, like, using the rule of thirds doesn't mean you have to make a grid, but it's just being aware of where things are in the frame. Also, when you're taking pictures, you want to get the person's head into, like, that rule of thirds place. So, and it doesn't have to be precise, but see, if we put a tic-tac-toe board over this portrait, then the head would be in one of those intersecting lines. Let me just see if I can show you a photo that would accomplish that. This sort of does it. So if we drew lines over this photo, then her face is at that top intersection. Let's see if I can find another one. Or this sort of does it. It really doesn't, though. This photo would have been better if, see how this is like right in the middle? If I would have framed it so that this was a little bit bigger, or if this was a little bit bigger, the photo would be more interesting. It's not a bad photo, but it's not using the rule of thirds very well. There's that photo that I did, the photo of my daughter, and if you drew lines, her eyes kind of go at that top intersecting part. Just trying to find a bad example. Here's an example of, like, the action in this shot is dead center, and so it's not a very good photo because this is what I want to be seeing. So if I would have framed it so this was either here or here, it would have been a better photo. So that's just a little, my take on the rule of thirds. It's not hard. I think really where the rule of thirds works a lot is if you just do a bunch of pages with grids, that makes it easy. But also if you just try to frame your subject in a photo, not here in the photo. If I want to go over here, then it's more interesting. If you watch soap operas, or even if you don't watch soap operas, watch soap operas for like one day, and you'll notice like the actor is always going to be like here in the frame, or here in the frame, and then there's all this stuff behind them, but the close-ups are going to be like, see, 1/3 on the, like this is 2/3 and this is 1/3, or the same bit over here. In really a lot of movies you can notice that. It's a really easy thing to notice if you just try to notice it. I'll go back up. That's the same comment from Julie Scales. Thank you for, I think she did the same. No, she didn't. She did good. Thank you, Julie, for the comment. The next comment is from Leanne Williams. Thank you for sharing how I wish I had your view right now. It's very cold here in Canada. And the crazy thing is, Leanne, that we wish we had some snow. And I know that's not possible in Florida, but we're going to Utah to seek out some snow. I've lived here in Florida for, this is going to be my 26th year, but I grew up in Maine and Massachusetts, and so I'm familiar with snow and cold. I moved down here to Florida because I got a scholarship to Eckerd College, and I really didn't like, I never minded the cold or the snow. It was how dark it got in the day. It got dark like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But I do have a fabulous view, and I've recently moved my scrapbooking room, so I used to have like no view whatsoever, and I know you can't really see it, but I can see dolphins and manatee and all kinds of wonderful things out there. We're really lucky as far as where we live. We bought this house because this is the story, my husband grew up next door. He moved here when he was 6 years old and grew up here, and our house where we live now was an empty lot, and his best friend lived next door, and they used to play here, like they used to have a fort on this empty lot. And then when he was a teenager, somebody built a house here, excuse me, and then other people lived here, and when we were dating, we took his parents out for Valentine's Day dinner, and his mother said, "Oh, Mr. Gilardi died." And I was like, "Who's Mr. Gilardi?" She said, "Our next door neighbor. He went on vacation and he died." And I was like, "Oh, we have to buy the house." So we bought this house, kind of sight unseen on the inside, and because it was next to my in-laws, and I always wanted my kids, and we weren't married yet, but we got married shortly after we bought the house. I always wanted to have it where my kids would be near their grandparents. So they're right next door, and they can just say, "Going to Grammy's," and run over there. Because I grew up with my grandparents, and I just love that. Okay, the next comment. So we are very lucky in where we live, and we bought before the market went crazy. It went like crazy high, and then so we bought the house before all the chaos, and then we added the second story to the house, which is I'm on the second floor in this room here, after we had 2 kids and 2 dogs, and we had a tiny, like the house started out as a 1,200 square foot house, and so it's bigger now. We're very lucky. Okay, next comment, Sarah Grace. This was a comment on 2-minute scrapbook tips, what my iPad captured while I made the video about using an iPad on how to video. And so a lot of people were wondering, how do you film your scrapbook process? And I have this tripod here that I have weighted down, and then on the back of my iPad I bought this like holder thing with an arm on Amazon. And if you go to my blog, Kiss and Tell Scrapbooking, I've got some affiliate links for Amazon there with that attachment. But it's my understanding you can also get the attachment, so it kind of holds your, like the holder thing kind of holds your unit like that. And if this was the arm, yeah, I need to lose weight. My arms are so beefy. But you can move it all around, and that's how, like with that arm, I can film directly down onto what I'm doing, and it's really easy, and I'm not very technically oriented. Like if there's something to mess up technically, yeah, I'm doing it. But this was a really easy fix. So I know some people use their tripod, their cameras in the same way, and they just have them so that they're filming directly down. I know that I can use this Canon Rebel to video, but I just find the iPad is so easy because I can see exactly what's going on. And on this Canon, I think in more current, this is about 10 years old now. Pardon me. I'm almost done with my cold. But the iPad, I like it because I can see what's going on the screen, so I can see what you're seeing. I see it upside down, but then I flip it right side up for when it's on YouTube. So if you ever see one of my videos and they've just gone up and it's upside down, just wait about a half an hour, and then I edit it to be right side up. But if it's like a couple days after, leave a comment, because that'll be like I forgot that. next comment is Sarah Grace. Thank you. And this was also on that same thing what my iPad captured while I made the video. Thank you. I wonder if I could find one of those attachments for a Galaxy tablet. I'm sure you could. If you just type in, go to my blog first. Go through the any Amazon link, and there's a thing on the right hand side. And you don't have to, but it would be cool if you did. I get like 4% of anything I sell through the blog on Amazon, so you can go buy a chainsaw. It doesn't matter. You still get the affiliate link commission, and it doesn't cost you anything extra, so it's just a nice way to support if you want to do that. But yeah, I would go to Amazon and type in Galaxy tablet tripod mount or tripod attachment or tripod. That'll probably get you there. You'll probably find some stuff. And then what I did before I bought mine is I read the comments, like all the reviews, and I think there's some crappy ones out there and there's some nice ones out there. So read the comments on Amazon to figure out like how many stars it got, and are a lot of people saying like, oh, this is a cheap piece of what? Because I think you don't want your tablet or your iPad to fall out of that thing. So mine, I've had mine for, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, and I just keep my iPad in that attachment because this is what I'm mainly using it for. And it doesn't really look like it would hold it in, but it totally does, and it's completely fine. And I'm not afraid of it falling out. I shouldn't say that. As soon as you say something's running well, then it goes wrong. But it's worked really well, so I'm really happy with it. Okay, so the next question is from Rare Zay Mama. Rare A's Mama. Not Ray's Mama. Ray's Mama. Is that it? Thank you for the great tip on how to photograph your layouts for sharing online. Can you show us how to edit? Sure. Okay, so the first thing I do is I use this, just use something white and hard. This is just a piece of plastic. And so let's just do my daughter's layout here, right? So I would usually bring this outside to get a little bit better light, but I'm just going to put it, I think you can sort of see that. I'm going to have to move you around just a little bit. Anyways, I put it, see I've got it down there on the chair, and now I'm just using my camera to kind of, camera's about right here. I don't want to move it too much because I don't actually have my iPad on the tripod mount right now, but I'm just going to, hold on. Keep in mind the light is not awesome, but I've just taken a picture of it. You see that? Hold on. Oops. Okay. Nope. Just a minute. So I got the picture of the layout. Ta-da. Okay. So next step is I take my memory card out, and I'm going to move you in just a second. My scrapbook room is kind of a mess right now, which is really funny because I'm going to be involved in a class about scrapbook organization. Okay, this is this little card reader is awesome. It's by Transcend, and I'll try to put a link up on my blog. But I love it, and I've had other, like I have, you can't see it, but I have a different card reader, a mini card reader that I just hate because it falls apart all the time. But this one is so nice, and it was only $10. It's a really nice little card reader. So now I need to move you. I actually am going to move you to the I'm going to move you to the to the tripod now. Now I feel like secure. Okay, can you see? see. So I have there's a little stack of layouts. So once my card reader is in, then I'm going to go to Picasa. And if you don't have Picasa, it is a free program. It's actually free from Google. And hold on, I'm just going to move you up a little bit closer so you can see the screen a little bit better. Sorry. Oh, troubles. Here we go. Okay. I think that's better. Okay. I know you can't really see everything, but this is Picasa. And so if you don't have Picasa, you can have it for free. It's put out by Google. I've been using it, I want to say, for 7 or 8 years now. And it's very easy to use. I also have Photoshop, but I've never figured out how to use it. So the icon for Picasa just looks like a shutter, and it's got kind of a rainbow. There it is again. So just get back to Picasa, and I want to go up here to import that photo that I just did. Whoops. Import. And then I'm going to import it to, and I organize my files down here. It says import to and the folder title, and I just do like 2014 January, 2014 February. I just organize my folders by month so that I can find them easily. And I should probably clear out my my card, like my memory card, more often, because that's what I'm waiting for. We're almost there. But once you get uploaded, so it's just this last one, I'm going to click on that, and I'm just going to say import the one selected. And so that should just take a second. And then I just go to that January folder. And so here it is, and it's not, the lighting is not awesome because I didn't take that much time taking the picture. If I were to do it again, I would make sure I didn't have the glare on this epoxy sticker. I've got some glare on the photo. When I take a photo of a layout, I'm real careful to make sure I don't, like, this side of the layout is darker than this side of the layout, and that's because I really wasn't taking that much time with my lighting source. I'll just show you a different, a better lit, like this one, for example. This one is doing, you know, a lot of likes over at the two-piece gallery, but if you notice, it's really like, it's the same, there's no shadows. I mean, there's shadows around the elements where there ought to be, but there's no, like, this side of the layout is the same light source as this side of the layout. Photographing a black dog is hard. And so I see a fingerprint on the photo. I don't think that most people looking at the thumbnail in the two-piece gallery will see that, but I see it now. But it's still just fine. But let's go back to that one my daughter did. So I want, when I photograph the layout, I want to get it as clear, like as straight on as I can. And that plastic tablet kind of helps me, so I try to kind of line it up to that. And that way, and I usually take 5 or 6 or 7 photographs of the same layout from just about the same place, just altering my camera, like when I'm taking the picture, just moving it ever so slightly, just so that I'm getting the right, like, angle taking the picture. But then what I'll do is I'll go up here, there's a thing called crop, and I'm going to select CD cover, which is a square, and then I'll just click on a corner of the layout and then drag it over until I just have the layout in that square and I don't have anything in the back, and then I'm going to hit apply. So there's the square without anything around it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is there's a button right under the recrop, or right under the crop, that says I'm feeling lucky. So I hit that, and it just kind of adjusts everything to make it look a little bit better. the third place I'll go is the third tab over, and then I go to the sharpen tool, and I will usually just sharpen it up a little bit because it just helps a little bit. And then sometimes I'll then go to the second tab, which is the tuning, and then I can make the whole thing lighter. I don't think that helps. Or I can just do the highlights lighter, or I can make the shadows darker. So I just play with that until it looks good. And then once I've done that, sometimes I'll go in and do auto contrast. And sometimes it makes a difference, sometimes it doesn't. And then after I've got all that done, I will just save this one as Merry Christmas, and I'll try to put that up on the blog so you can see what that looks like. Okay, let's go back to comments. Here we go. So we were, okay, so that was Ray Ray's, I think I'm saying it right, Ray Ray's mama. The next one is Nicole Jones 911, and this was on the weight loss goal page, the number 10, Ready, Set, Go. Hi Katie, obviously I didn't watch this video yet because it was uploaded 2 minutes ago, and I think the video was 1 hour, so sorry about that. But I do love your sense of humor, and I do scrap along with you, my virtual scrap buddy, LOL. I will be posting a video today, a process video, and I will be giving you a shout out. I enjoy your videos, and I think you're doing an amazing job. So thank you, Nicole. And Nicole, I'm going to just click through, and this is Nicole Jones 911. And then, oh, you've got Scrapbook Process 169. So it looks like you've done a lot of videos, I'm going to guess. And so Nicole has like 1,787 subscribers, so many more than me. And then this is her. Hold on. Sometimes it just takes
a kit.
There we go.
Quite a bit of this is scraps.
Cool.
This is my second sheet of paper of my mind's eye. Also the second sheet of paper.
Awesome. So I'm gonna look at you, Nicole. But that, if you're looking for another process video maker, I would check out Nicole. Cool. Next is, let me see. Wordfish. This is just what I was looking for, thanks. And that was on how to film the process videos with an iPad. Any chance you can share the link for what you're using? Yes. And so if you go to my blog, it's called Kiss and Tell Scrapbooking. So like kiss and tell, like, you know, that cliche. I still have the Organizing Fundamentals giveaway up on my blog. And I've added in the videos on my blog, so it's uploading just kind of slow lately, which I'm not sure if I should put the videos on there, but yeah, it's really slow. But if you just go through any of my affiliate links here, once you get to the Amazon store, you can buy anything you want, and I'll get a benefit for that. It's 4%, so it's not huge, but it helps to pay for I think it's $160 to pay for the TypePad blog. So I appreciate it if you do. If you don't, that's okay. So right now it's January 10th, 2014. This is what the blog looks like, and so it's about the fourth post down. It's Wednesday, January 8th, how to film a process video with an iPad, and then I've like linked up the tripod mounts. So I hope that helps. And you'll really want to look at what is your, what do you have that you're trying to mount? And my biggest advice is read the comments and make sure you're getting the right tool for your particular tablet. Or you could even get one for an iPhone. Okay. So the next one is Nina Boo Scraps. I was searching for a video that showed the exact same thing, how to scrapbook process videos with an iPad. Thanks for sharing. I think a lot of people are wanting to do that, and I really think we're going to see a lot more process videos this year, because I think if I can figure it out, everybody can figure it out. It's not very hard. The next comment is from Candy White, and this was on that Stay Love layout. She says, very cute. Congratulations on your rescue pup. Got 2 gorgeous cats and a pup who were all rescues. And so just to show you, I have my rescue doggy. Let me see, right there. There's my trash can. Jessie! She's very sweet. You know what she does though? Jessie! Let me get her a little bony so she'll be interested. So this is part of my scrapbook organization. Includes dog bones, Lisa. Come here. Come on, Jessie. You can. She's a good girl. You know what she does though? She can jump up onto counters, like kitchen counters, and our new dining room table. So I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. Let me turn you around again just so you can see me again. I think I'm done demonstrating stuff. We shall see. Hold on. Sorry. This is the shirt I wore when I met Weird Al. I'm a huge fan of Weird Al, by the way. He's one of the sweetest humans I've ever met. Okay. The next one is from Michelle Carr. I have been enjoying scrapping along with watching your videos this week. The real life mom stuff makes it like hanging out with a friend. The story about Silent Night reminded me of my mom. She passed away in mid-December a few years ago, and every time I hear Silent Night, I think of her and cry. I love how this page turned out too. And yeah, my mother-in-law, so I'm sorry, Michelle. My dad died 10 years ago, and I find that's, like, sometimes I'll scrapbook about him, and it helps me just express. And you don't always have to share those pages. But yeah, it's, my mother-in-law, her mom died on Christmas Eve, and carolers were singing Silent Night as she died outside, so it always gets to her. And the real-life mom stuff, sorry, I'll grab a cough drop here. Yeah, I think my kids were screaming during that video, so sorry about that. It happens. It does. The next comment is, so hi Michelle, welcome. It's nice to meet you. The next comment is Paper Lace 123. Hi Katie, I love how your layout turned out. This was on the Making Ski Trip plans. So she's talking about this one. I love it too. That silhouette cut is fun. It is. It's called Confetti Circles or Circles Confetti. Either way, it's really fun. And your hand-painted title looks great too. Thank you. Thanks for the inspiration. And I just used my old watercolor paints from when I was a kid and a makeup brush, and that was on my first try. So that brushstroke stuff that I think is going to be so popular this year is not rocket science. You can do it. Just try it. It's very easy. I saw somebody had a class on it, and I kind of thought, like, I don't think you need a class on that, but okay. Just try it before you take a class, because you may surprise yourself with how easy it is. But if you have more comments or questions about it, I'd be happy to do that again. It's super easy. I want to try the brushstroke with white on a darker color. Sorry, I'm chewing a cough drop. I'll spit it out, because I know you can hear that, and that probably bugs you. Hold on. Oop. Okay. But otherwise, I was going to keep on coughing. Next comment, Susan Brochu. I love your take on this, on the Christmas Eve traditional dinner. I think I actually like it better than the original. Well, thank you. We won't tell her that. We'll tell the original. The original was by Lilith Eccles, who is a garden girl, but I don't know how I missed her. Like, I never even, like, she's not a garden girl now, but she makes YouTube videos. So and her videos are much shorter than mine. So if you're looking for more concise, I would check her out. Her videos are about 10 minutes long. But that was, her idea was to use this sticker sheet as the like I've put the photos in the negative spaces and that kind of thing. It was fun to make. I've really kind of resisted this trend of the white background, but I kind of like it. It's growing on me. I was not an early adopter on that, just because I think I went through, originally, you know, it was all on white Creative Memories paper, and then we went to pattern paper, which seemed all new and fabulous. And so going back to white kind of felt like, huh, but I like it. I also kind of feel like with white paper, I have so much pattern paper that I kind of feel like I ought to use it. But I like the white. I do. It's growing on me. The next comment is Gemma Sharak. Okay, I'm butchering your name. Sorry. Gemma Sharak. And this was on the Counterfeit Hit Club Challenge. She said, fabulous way to store your embellishments on your desk. Have fun with your mega kit. And I think what she's talking about is my muffin tray of embellishments. And I'm not, if you look at some of my other videos, it's much easier to see, but I seriously do not want to, see, it's just like a muffin tin with the little muffins, or mini muffins. But that's an easy way, and I just keep that in my drawer of my desk, so it's not spilling over. I just take it out when I need it. So thanks, Gemma. The next, here comes Jessie with, I want another bone. Come here, Jessie, come here. Come on. She's a good girl, she won't jump up on me. The next comment is Emery Bean. I like to use the little brown plastic scraper that comes with the Pampered Chef stoneware products. It would work similar to an old gift card like someone suggested. And what I found is in my kitchen, I have this thing. It's from Chef Mate. And that's to, if you're wondering what am I talking about, to get the little bits off of your silhouette cutting mat. And so that works pretty well. The next comment is 1D Casey. Wow, thank you so much. I didn't expect a whole video helping me find them. And she's talking about the cut files for the Studio Calico looking stars. So she's talking about these little stars, which look a lot like some Studio Calico rub-ons right now. So they're real trendy. And then this comes with it. Those two cut files. And they're called Rock Stars in the Silhouette store. And they're not by Studio Calico, they're by KI Memories. So if you search Rockstar, that's how you're going to find them. And I've used those a lot. I've almost used them all up and I want to print them out again. Yeah, seriously. Okay, again from Ray Ray's Mama. Hi Ray Ray's Mama. I hope I'm saying your name right. I had to subscribe again. This is driving me crazy. Remember I just told you about this problem the other day? Yep. I watched 2 of your 2-minute tips yesterday and I was subscribed and today I was not. It's ridiculous. Anyway, sorry for the rant. I wanted to tell you that I use an old gift card to scrape, and that's also on the silhouette cutting mat. If you just use like a little gift card, I don't have one handy, but I've also used this. Like I just kind of raided my kitchen for stuff to use. Thank you for the inspiration. Take care. Thank you, Ray Ray's Mama. And I know I have a bunch of subscriptions on my YouTube, like people that I subscribe to, and I've noticed that like one time I thought, oh, I'm getting too many subscriptions, I'm going to unsubscribe, and then they were still there. So I don't know. Thank you for watching though, and if you can subscribe to my channel, I appreciate that. But if you keep getting kicked out, I'm not sure why either. I'm sure there's a YouTube video for that. But if you just want to come find me, I'm making a lot of videos lately. The next one is from Tracy's Treasures, and she says, I am enjoying your real-time scrapbooking videos. I am still working on my December daily, in which I didn't prepare any pages beforehand. Great page you made. That was on my on the Christmas Eve traditional dinner. And fun to add the leftover punch-out sheet. It was. And then the next one, I think, is commenting on Tracy. And she said it's from Adrienne Helliker. Yes, I do love your work. Best wishes, Adrienne. So thank you and thank you. And my December daily is not handy, but it's also not finished. So it's on my list. And I really, when I scrapbook what I feel inspired to scrapbook. So when I feel inspired to scrapbook December daily again, I will. It might not be till next year. It might be this year because I have all the pictures available now. But I just haven't really felt very motivated to finish it at this point. So I think I got up through maybe like December 20th. I don't know. We'll see. It'll come back. I have a whole series of videos that I did related to that. Okay, next comment from Liam Williams. I love having you as my virtual scrap buddy. Thank you. That's my intention, is that you scrapbook along with me so that hopefully, you pick up a tip or two, but also you get something done while you're watching. And I find it just depends on your personality, but I like to listen to somebody talking about scrapbooking while I'm scrapbooking. It just helps me keep going. The next one is Wendy Casey. I hope I'm saying that right. Where did you find the cut? And that was for the stars. And I told you. And I made a little video. That was fun, actually. The next one is Nicole Turner. Hi, Katie. Just wanted to say I'm loving your videos. They are on the long side, but I do love all of your stories and ramblings. You're becoming my scrap buddy. Good. Thank you. And I know they're on the long side, but I think, there's a lot of people are okay with that. And I know that when I listen to podcasts, I just want them to keep going. Like I don't want them to stop. I want to keep listening if I like them. So yeah, instead of listening again, I just would like them to keep on talking. But I don't know how. We're working on doing a podcast. But I just don't know how to do it yet. And I put my husband in charge of it, and he just hasn't done it yet. These are the podcasts that I listen to. Someday we're going to have a podcast. I'll have something to do with scrapbooking podcast. I'm not sure what. But more, what we really want to do is have a podcast about the law because we're lawyers. And I do accident law, but he does family law, which mainly means divorce. But I thought it would be, I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if we did, like, the Lawyers in Love podcast, where we talk about, like, maybe just take celebrities and say, oh, these ones are breaking up, and this is what's happening, and this is our take on that, and this is what we think would happen in real life, and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, Diane Alberts, hi Diane. I like you flipped the video. I like your real-time videos. And so, yeah, when I film the videos, they're upside down, and then I edit them in YouTube, which takes a little while to flip them up right side down. Diane says, I love the term half-baked, and that has to do with these pages that are kind of half done. And usually I will have, and half-baked is a term like a twice-baked potato. So then when it's half done, I call it half-baked. So this is what Shamel Lane would call a starting point. But if I add in the photos, I call it half-baked. Because then all I have to do is journaling, title, and embellishments. But I don't have, this is more like a starting point. And I think it is actually one of her starting points. I'm not really sure. I think it is. I think I did a video on this where I did 4 starting points. So I need to finish that at some point. Susan Brochu says, I love your videos. You are so refreshing and fun and have some fabulous ideas. I love listening while I work on pages. Cool. You're a great company. Yay. Karen Jackson says, I like the rambling. Ray Ray's mom says, thank you for the video. I'll check out another one. I keep losing my subscriptions to the different channels, and yours is one of them. I just keep clicking to subscribe. Thank you for the inspiration. Happy anniversary. Take care. Angie Vallejo says, now I have a name, that half-baked name for the pages that I do. Leslie Graffam says, I love how you've organized your embellishments, and that, I think, refers to that muffin tray. Michelle Carr says, I just came across your channel through Big Picture Classes, inspired scrapbooking class. Love watching your share process coming up with your 2014 one little word. And really, when I did that one little word, where is it? Here it is. When I started this page, I did not have my word. And I had like 20 words. But they all had to do with improvement. And so that's my word of the year, my one little word. Tina Campbell says, super cute kit. That's on the Counterfeit Kit Club Challenge video. It was inspired by the December 2013 Hip Kit Club, which is also like Hip to be Squared Kit Club. Super cute kit. I agree about having extra paper because I always put in way too much paper in my kits. I love the tin idea. I will be raiding my stash of tins, which means the muffin tray, I think, soon. Just smart to have them all together. Oh, and I have some plastic cup organizers I might just use for that concept as well as the tin. The other thing I do for the embellishments, which I like just as well because, let me see if I can find it, because it won't spill, is like a container like this. So you can see all of your embellishments. And you can usually pick these up at the craft store on sale for like 50% off. And so one year I originally bought these to organize Barbie shoes because when my daughter was doing Barbie, there'd be like Barbie stuff all over the room. So I was like, let's get something that she can see where everything is. And so I use those kind of trays too. The next one is Teddy Honeybee. Katie, the oops was awesome. That was on this page. I think I made a mistake. I think I made a mistake here, and then I changed the color of this negative space of that layout, of that number. I did scrapbook while watching your video. Yay! I messed up on the lettering too, and I covered it up with letter stickers. Good. I have that American Craft paper pack and the double Scotch Slick tape. It's my favorite adhesive. Plus, I've seen Wilna use it on her videos too. So I have a variety of adhesives. I have regular Scotch tape. I know, right? But I use it for the backs of the layouts. I have this kind of like super sticky tape. I have washi tape, which I love. I wasn't an early adopter though. I've got the foam tape. I've got this kind of thing, which I'm not very good at using, but that's very permanent. And then just glue sticks. And then I think I'm actually out of the double stick tape. Let me just see. But it's just like the regular double stick tape. And then the other thing I use is the sticky dots, which those are kind of a mess. But I take them out of the box and I just use them that way. I think they're called adhesive tabs if you're looking for them in the store. Julian Matthews says, I love the patty tin idea. So I'm going to guess, Julian, that you're from like Australia or somewhere exotic like that. I don't know. I'm just guessing. This is a very full kit. Have fun with it. Thank you. And then she says, yes, I'm in Australia. Oh, there we go. And that's what they're called. You make patty cakes in them. We have muffin pans too, but they're bigger and deeper. Okay. Huh. Peekaboo says, I'm a newbie to your channel and I love it. You're doing a great job. I love the rawness of it. Thank you. Stephanie G says, thank you for this. That was on the love process video. And I feel like I'm going long. I'll just read one more. Okay, I'll read two more. Vim Cho says, whenever I think of kit clubs, I think of them as expensive. I also think that once you create a page and put it in a page protector and share it with others some months later, they don't care whether the stuff is the latest or old collections. If the page is well made, it will look good. And I don't think I would care about that when I look back at my pages after a few years. And sometimes I buy some of the latest embellishments from online stores, but mix it in with the older stuff. Yeah. well said. I think that all too. Tracy Zook says, see, you don't need to join a kit club. This is one of the reasons I haven't done so either. I know that I can just go through my stuff, make my own kit, and have fun pulling it all together and then using up the stuff. I've told myself in the past that if I just use up X amount of stuff, I can try a club, but never get there. I'm always getting a little something here and there and not using it fast enough. And so, yeah, I really guess I do enjoy the thrill of the bargain, and I have a lot of places where I can get bargains. I shop at like the TJ Maxx and October after. It's not called that. Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning has a lot of stuff. I know some people shop at Big Lots. I don't find a lot at my Big Lots, so I don't go there. And I also go to my local scrapbook store, Whimsidoodle. They have scrapbooking yard sales. They also just have like a part of the store that's always for sale or on sale. And so I usually hit that part of the store. But I do sometimes will buy the newest stuff. I'll tell you what I'm liking, and then I'll be done. See, we'll go like 4-hour YouTube video. No, I won't do that. I mean, I don't think I will. You never know. I don't think so. Where am I? I left on the forum at 2Ps, I wrote what I was liking. Let's see if I can find it. Favorites from, here we go, from CHA. So what I like the basic gray highline. I like Studio Calico Wanderlust. I like Our Travels by Adrian Lumen of Webster's Pages. I like Lisa Gibbons with Prima, and yes, I actually do like it, because it seemed, when I saw the like celebrity name, I was like, oh, I don't know, but I do my hair better today. But I do like it. I like Dreamy and Favorite Things by Heidi Swap. I like Style Board by Maggie Holmes of Crepe Paper. I like Studio Calico's Lemon Lush, Cardabella's So Lovely, Fancy Pants As You Wish, and Dear Lizzie, Daydreamer. So those were my, oh, and Adrian Lumen says, you just made my day, huge smile. So yeah, I loved that. And I tried to follow Adrian Lumen on Instagram, but she's private, so maybe I'll send her a little, I'll try it again. And then someone else said, my favorite by far, Our Travels by Adrian Lumen of Webster's Pages. Yeah, it was really beautiful. It really was. Lisa Rizzer on 2Ps also says she likes Maggie Holmes and Crates offerings. Their people are pinning their CHA boards from Pinterest, and I've got one of those too. And another, Stephanie Howell says, I am obsessed with both Adrian Lumen's lines, have long salivated over her Digi products, very much my taste, but I don't do Digi, so this is exciting for me. Jenny Boland's Star Rub-Ons, yep, I like those too. My Mind's Eye Now and Then, Dorothy and Record It, Charmed, Just Splendid, and Here's Happy. I liked those, but I wasn't like, oh, I gotta have them, because there wasn't anything that was like super new looking that I could see about them, so I liked them, but I wasn't like, they weren't on my, oh, gotta have that list. Like, they were more like on my, I'll get it when it's on sale list. Crepe Paper Lullaby Font Thickers. I haven't seen that. My all-time favorite font. Fancy Pants As You Wish. I love that. I also like the nautical decorative tag bags. I like that nautical line too, although I didn't list it. The Foiled Gold Heart Mini Brag Book. For Studio Calico, Stephanie Hull says she likes the Essentials Sequins, Lemon Lush, Gold Lullaby Alphabet, Gold Doilies. Yeah, that looked kind of exciting. The Wanderlust Vellum Stickers, Word Banners, and Veneer Numbers. Clothespins. I don't know what to do with clothespins in a scrapbook. I don't know. I have some even. I just don't. They seem like mini book material to me. She says, I always love Amy Tan, Maggie Holmes, and Elizabeth Karchner. Me too. And Glitz has a great It's Friday, I'm in Love washi. I saw that. I was like kind of surprised that they made a whole washi tape like that, but I kind of like that too. I'm not sure if I'll buy it because it seems like a one-trick pony, but it was really cute. Can we ask where you're looking at the CHA releases? Yes, if you look at, if you go to Pinterest, I have a board for CHA. Let me see. It's just called CHA 2014, and that's what it looks like. And I've got like 300 pins. I've got a lot of pins up there. So check out my board. There's a lot of other boards too. Another great place to look for the CHA sneaks is to go to Instagram, and if you go to Instagram and then you put in the search CHA 2014, so if you just do hashtag CHA 2014, you're going to come up with a lot. And that's going to be like over this weekend especially, it's just going to be like ever changing. So you've seen them like, you've seen all the people going to CHA, like getting on the planes and then setting up their booths and that sort of thing. And so pretty soon we'll see pictures of people like hanging out in the booths and what they like and all the product samples. And that's just really fun to watch. Somebody else said that Googling scrapbook update with Nancy Nally, and that's a great idea. She does a really comprehensive list of the CHA releases. She always has a sneak peek link in her sidebar. And the nice thing about Nancy's page is that you can search by company or release date, or she's got like different ways that you can search. It's pretty cool. Somebody else said they like the crate paper lines and My Mind's Eye, and that they weren't wowed this time. I was. I've heard that people aren't thinking it's awesome, but Basic Grace Highline is one of my favorites, and then the Wanderlust and the Lemon Lush and the Art Travels. I'm very excited about my list. You can see that, my favorites list, on the Two Piece blog. Okay. I've talked for a really long time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the comments. I really appreciate them. And I really like the feedback, so good or bad, let me know what you're liking or not liking. Like, if you really think I ought to put some makeup on before I film a video, or do my hair. It's not done yet today. I don't know if I'll make that change, but it will be nice to know. Actually, it won't. Don't tell me that. Say, oh, you look fabulous. Even though I know I don't. But thank you for watching, and I will be back up with lots more scrapbooking in this year, 2014, my year of improvement. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.